What's wrong with it? No, that's it. Sorry. Hi, I'm Sue Boo, bringing crafting to you, and today we're going to make a mail card. So we're going to start off with a piece of night, if I can't get my words out today, that is 10 inches by 7 inches. And we're just going to score that at 5 inches. Okay. Up there, 5 inches. Okay, and then let's just crease that. That's up in there. It's going to be covered up anyway, so it won't matter. Okay, where's my bone folder? If I'm done with it, I'll put it out somewhere. It'll be around somewhere. I'll just have to use my nail until I come across it. To be around. Oh, it's there. Look, I know to be around somewhere. Okay, I'm just going to crease that, and then just going to make sure there's no burrs. Okay, there we go. Quick do that. Right. Okay. So I'm going to have a piece of coordinating green card, which happens to be mint macaron, but it could be just as easily any green that coordinates with your DSP that you're using. It's just I've got some old mint macaron and I've got some old DSP that has got mint macaron in it. Okay, so we're just gonna have a nice equal increment going around there. There we go. And then, so that was 4 7/8 by 6 7/8. This DSP is one of the ones that we got free at celebration time. And this measures 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. It just gives us that edge there. And then what to say dies, I've already cut out the happy birthday and I've cut out the shadow, so I'm going to stick the shadow up. Now the interesting bit is going to be inside this card. I'm just doing this on the outside, but the interesting bit is going to be on the inside, which I will do in a little while. Okay, so I've put my Night of Navy on. I thought that looked nice. I do love this set. I don't know whether it's still available, but I'd highly recommend you getting it if you haven't already got it. By the way, I am not a current demonstrator, so when I recommend things, I'm recommending things because I use them personally. So I'm not getting anything out of it. If you buy it, you'll be buying it from another demonstrator, should I say. I'm telling you what I've got. Okay, so, and whatever I've got, I use, obviously. So, and this is a lovely happy birthday with the shadow on the back. So I'm going to stick that out there, and I have got this, so I think I will stick. So we've done the front, and I'll do another one of these in a minute. So I'm just going to put this on. It's just going to be very simple on the front. So just let's put these on. So I have done the ship just with Knight of Navy. I'm just going to do that on the front. That's all it's going to have. Just very simple, because it's going to be inside that I've done it. Never mind, I've done it like that, but when you open it up, you'll turn it like that. So never mind. Now I'm going to leave it. So it's like that, but when you actually open it up inside, you're going to be turning it round this way. I would suggest you do your happy birthday there and do your feature there, but it doesn't matter because they might want to stand it like that anyway, and just have the surprise inside. Right, now let's get on with this without further ado. So for the inside, you will need to cut your DSP a 1/8 of an inch smaller. So we're going to have it at 9 7/8 by 6 7/8, and then you're going to have to score it in half. Now put it on your 5. So if you put it on your 5 and then move it back that one little mark, then score it, and that will give you the half of your DSP. So I pre-scored it. So we're just going to fold that in half. Let me just make sure that I'm getting that absolutely. Hang on. Okay. And then where's my bone folder? Lucid bone folder. Let me move that out of the way. There we go. Now, this DSP has got Knight of Navy in it, but it has got mint macaron. However, I decided that I wanted to use another colour that I've got, which is very similar to Summer Splash. It is. It's the Bermuda Bay, and I decided I wanted to use the Bermuda Bay. And I decided when I'd done this, I didn't like it. So what I did was I stamped this beautiful stamp, because this is on the ocean, and I use this. I think this is absolutely gorgeous, this. So I've stamped all on this in my Bermuda Bay to pull it in to what I want, because Bermuda Bay goes lovely with Knight of Navy. It does blend with the mint macaron, but I wanted it to be even better, and I thought with this being the sea and the waves, that's what I wanted. So I've already just done this part up to just over halfway, and now I want you to fold this, and this is what we're going to stick in our trimmer. Okay, so this comes the interesting part. Now, if you've done what I've done, you've got to make sure that your ocean bit is at the bottom. Okay, so you're folding it over, keeping it folded. Then we're going to place it in, and where's my note? We're going to place it in at 1 inch. Okay, so we're going to put it in at 1 inch, and then we're going to get our cutting blade, and we're going to cut it down. Now, I'm hoping it's not going to be too much of a glare, because I need some light. Okay, right, so I'm putting it in at 1 inch, and I'm going to cut down. So I'm using my ruler on the side, so I'm going to cut down to 1.5. So I'm looking where my 1.5 is, and the side of my blade, there's that groove, and I'm going to put that down to 1.5. So put it in at 1. So I've got it in at 1, and then we're going to bring that down. So I'm going to make sure that my 0 is in the right place, and then bring it down to 1.5. There we go. Okay, I'm going to lift it up and place it at, let's have a look. See, so I've placed it at 1.5, placed it at 1 3/4. So I'm going to put it in at 1 3/4. So 1 3/4 there. Make sure it's straight. Going to make sure my 0 is where my DSP is. Then I'm going to bring that down to 1.5. So remember, it's that little mark there that I'm bringing to the 1.5. Okay, then I'm going to place in at 2 3/4. So 2 3/4. And this time, make sure it's all straight. That's down to 1. I'm only going to cut down. So I've done 2 3/4 to the 1 inch. I'm just following my notes. Okay, so making sure that that's there is 0. Gonna bring it down to 1 inch. Okay, then I'm going to lift up and I'm going to then place it. So I've just done 2 3/4, 4 1/8. So I'm going to take it to 4 1/8. So make sure it's on 4 1/8. Make sure that that is against there. Make sure your 0 is flush with your DSP. And again, I'm going to bring it down to just 1 inch. Okay, lift up. Then we are going to put it, let me just make sure. So done that, done 1 3/4, 1 1/8. Right, now let me just, I think I've put it the other way, so I'm just going to make sure. There we go. I'm going to move it to, oh yeah, that is at 5 inches. Let me, 5 1/8. That's right, it should be at 5 1/8. Let me just do that, 5 1/8. Yeah, that's right, 5 1/8. And I'm going to make sure that's on 0 and bring that down to just 1 inch. Okay. No, sorry, 1.5. What am I doing? 1.5. So make sure that goes down to 1.5. And then move it along to 3/4 of an inch from that. So let's see, 1 2, and then it's got to be 1 2 4. So that then takes it to 5 7/8. And I'll put that somewhere. Yeah, 5 7/8, and that is going to come down 1.5. So again, 1.5. Okay, 1.5. Right, now we should have all these loose bits here. We are now going to turn it so our cut pieces and our fold is to your left hand side, and we're going to place that at 1 inch. Move your blade out of the way, and the middle two, so just these two here, so the middle two cut ones, so let's just see where that's touching. I think that's there, which is 2 3/4. So put your score blade at 2 3/4. So you're going to put this in at 1 inch. So that's going to go in at 1 inch. Make sure it's level at the top. Then you're going to put your score blade at 2 3/4. So here we're looking for 2 3/4, and we're just going to score that down to 3 3/4. Or does it go more? No, it's looking as though it goes down to just more than, it's 4 1/8, sorry. So let me just write that down. So that went from 2 3/4 to 4 1/8. Okay. So that went there. Okay, so what that should have done is score between that score line there. Now I'm going to turn it over and turn it round so that we've got again this side, our left hand side, and I'm going to put it in at 1 inch. I'm going to go down to my 2 3/4, and I'm going to score down to 4 1/8. Okay, 4 1/8. There we go. So I've scored now on both sides of this. Well, we may as well remain on this side for the moment. I'm now going to put this in at 1.5 inches, and we're going to come down. So put it in there at 1.5 inches, and we're going to score from the 1 inch mark down to the 1 3/4. So 1 inch down to 1 3/4. I'm going to lift up, take it all the way down to 5 1/8, and then I'm going to score down to, let's see, where is that, to 5 7/8. Okay, so basically all I'm doing is scoring. So that there has been scored, that there has been, sorry, that's there's been scored. So I'm just really scoring, and that there's been scoring, if you're wondering what we're doing. Okay, so again, I'm putting it in at 1.5. I'm going to score from the 1 inch. So I'm going to get 1 inch and down to 1 3/4. I'm going to lift up, take it all the way down to 5 1/8. Then I'm going to score from 5 1/8 to 5 7/8. So it's just scoring between those. Now I've scored it on both sides now. So I'm going to move that out of the way. So all I'm going to do, so you want to push it down, push it down, push it down. And then we'll turn it over, turn it the other way. So we're going to push it down, push it down, push it down. There we go. So that's given a fold both ways. Then we're going to open it up, put the top part, this is my bottom part. Then I'm going to bring all these in, push them the other way now. And there we go. So pushing them all the way. And then we'll just gently put that down, and we'll just go over those. Turn it around, and we've got these to do there. Okay, and make sure you've got that there. Okay, so bring back in our card base. So we're going to open it up. Make sure that your front of your card base is at the top, and then we're going to put our glue everywhere but these parts, of course. So we can put it all on here, all there and there and there, and then it's going up the top. And I'm going to hold this up. So sit this down in the crease, and there should be a nice equal increment all around. I'll just put it in position. You're happy that you've got the equal increment. Just hold that. We're going to open that up, and that's gone against our fold, and we're just going to do the glue in all around. can just put this over on it, open it up again, just make sure that that's sitting nicely in there. Okay, let's put it down, just give that there. Okay, so we've got these nice pop-ups going off. Now, what I did is I used, I think it was the, they say paper, it's just a kit. It's called My Anchor, I think. And I just did this on white card, but then I decided to put some waves going off it. So before I fussy cut it out, I just stamped that and then just footy cut around. So I'm just going to come in and stick some, get another one out there. I'm just going to stick up the side, not on the ocean bit, and I stick that there and prop it up and put it there. So I've kind of put it. Now you can see why I've done this, so that it's blending in the ocean there. Okay, and then the other side, I just fussy cut this. Originally this was going to go with my ship, but I decided against it, and I thought I want a nice little otter, so I'm putting the otter swimming in the sea, and I'm going to put him just behind the waves. I've coloured him in with the blends, so I've used the bronze one. I'm just going to pop one in the middle because I want this in the middle, and that's just holding that. So I'm only going to pop those in the middle, and then I'm going to sit that down and we'll put him there. So that's how it's looking so far. Right, now I use my ship, so I'm going to do another one. So I'm just going to get a white piece of card. So bear with me while I fish out my white card. And then I did have my big block out, so there it is, my big block. Right, I found my big block, and I'm going to get my ship out. Get my big ship out and put this on my block, and then my Knight of Navy. Let's put that. There we go, and just going to put that. I'll put it the other way around. Might be able to get it a bit closer. Okay, there we go. Move that out of the way. Now I'm just going to rough cut because obviously with this one I've got the die for, so I'm just going to rough cut that out, move that out of the way, and here's the die. So you just have to get it lined up. Happy with that. Then I've got that there, and I'll just run this through. That's it. I've got my ship. Okay, and my shipping. Let's get rid of that and bring back in my card base. So that's going to have a couple just on the bottom, quite close to one another, because there isn't much on that. Hopefully I have stuck it a bit high, actually. See if I can pop it down a bit further. Let's see. Yeah, that's okay. So I'm just going to pop that there. Oops, popped it too far down. Let me stand it up properly. That's what I need to do. It's because I'm doing it on camera. That's it. Now that is. So just make sure that your dimensionals do not go too high on your ship, and so you can do make sure it's okay. Otherwise, when I shut this up, it will be sticking to the lid there. Okay, right, now already I cut out a sentiment to send lots and lots of happy, and I am actually just going to glue this down flat because I've got these here. Now this, and obviously you can put any sentiment you want. I'll just show you in a minute. I'm just going to put this about in the middle there, but I just wanted to show you, because this is from the Stylish Shapes, okay, and I just want to show you this is the right size in width but not in length. So if you can see, I've just extended it a bit. So what I did is, if you, let's get a piece of card so you can see. If you put your die on like this and you put your card underneath it, I cut a strip just slightly wider than this, but I put my plate on so that it was 3/4 of the way, not all the way, because I wanted to extend it. Ran that through my die cutting machine, then lifted it up and just felt it, because you can feel it going in the grooves, to extend it, and then do it the other way, okay, like that, so that you're not cutting out this, and then that's how you extend your die. So I did that on there so that I could extend that like that. So let's not mess with it, let's put it away because I don't like losing any of my dies. Okay, so got that right, and then this was just the standard size. So I just cut this one out and just found that it fitted nicely with the sentiment. Hoping this year is full of adventure and excitement, and I thought I'd stick that at the top there. Okay, and just make sure you get it straight. Okay, it's difficult with the camera in front of my face. There we go. So that's how you can open it up. So that's the front of it. Open it up and you turn it round so that you can see it like that. So the recipient has got the choice to display it like that, or they can just pop it up on its like that as a traditional card like that. So hope you liked that. Please do give me a thumbs up, and do share. That would be very helpful. I'm very excited. I'm 2 off 500 subscribers. I'd love to get to that. My aim is to get to 1,000. I'd really love to do that, but nowhere there yet. So that would be helpful if you share my video to help me with that. So that's it for today. So I hope you liked that. It's just a bit different. Thought I'd do. I love doing these cards where they pop up. I've actually I started. I'll tell you this little story. I start getting myself thinking about things in my head, and then I start thinking, yes, I'm going to do something with a tea light. So it's going to be a Christmas card, but it's not going to be for this year now, it's going to be for next. So I started getting my measurements and working out what I'm going to do, because look out for this one, because you will be fascinated by what I'm going to do, because the tea light's going to be in the back here. So I've already started on this. I've got it all planned out, and then thought, well, actually, my brother-in-law's birthday is coming up. I think I'm going to do him a pop-out card. So so it started as me planning for a Christmas card with a tea light, and then I've gone on to redesign what I was doing. So I had to again work it out different, because if you can see this one, this is going to be the main pop-out. Obviously on this one your ship is set back and your two features come out at the front. So thank you very much for watching. Do appreciate that you've stopped by. Stay safe, stay well, and Happy New Year to you. Bye for now.